Hey people of YouTube, today I bring you a Wi-Fi battle between me and my best pal Matt. Let's get this started. Alright, so Matt here, he leads off with this Chincino over there. And I bring out my Pikachu. Predicting, all those tail slaps and stuff, so I go into Seadra knowing we can take a few hits. And Chincino does go for the tail slap, and it does activate my ability Poison Point. Yay for plans working! So it hits 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And it takes damage due to Life Orb. And also toxic damage. Now here is where I didn't play smart. He goes for Bullet Seed. I was thinking I could handle a few Bullet Seeds, and it hits twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So I'm like, great. I'm working with a skill in Chincino, so I couldn't go for what I was hoping for. I tried to go for a substitute right here, but ended up failing. I should have went for a Scald instead. Yeah, battle my end at the moment, so I decided to keep Seadra in because there's not really much more this Seadra can do, and it goes down. It's a Bullet Seed to this. And it takes more Life Orb damage, more toxic damage. So now I go and send out my Growlithe with Intimidate. So a little bit of Chincino's attack over there. Chincino tries to go for a Rock Blast, but it misses, and I went for a Morning Sun, predicting the Rock Blast, but since he missed, my Morning Sun had no effect. It takes more toxic damage. I withdraw my Growlithe to save it for another day, and I go into Nidoking to take the Rock Blast. And Chincino does in fact go for a Rock Blast. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times with that Rock Blast. And it takes Life Orb damage and toxic damage. And it faints. Sucks to be Chincino. So now Matthew sends out his Dark Dazer, which is his Spirit Tomb, and it's exerting its pressure. I go for Earth Power, see how much damage I can accumulate on this Spirit Tomb over there, and I do over half damage to it. He goes for a Dark Pulse, doing decent to me, and I go for another Earth Power to finish off this Spirit Tomb. No more Spirit Tombs. He sends out his Feraligatr, and I switch out my Nidoking and go into my Mew. He's so cute. Pink and cuteness. It's very cute. He goes for an Aqua Tail, and it does close to half damage to me. Close to half. So here I start setting up my iron defenses. Because, well, I had a plan I was trying to do, but, well, I'll let you see what happens. He goes for a punch, dealing still a good chunk to my HP. I recover some of it back. I go for another Iron Defense. I can do this. I can outstall these crunches. He goes for another crunch, doing less and less damage to me. And he gets a defense drop right there. I was like, darn. That's not what I wanted. So right here, I go and use Transform. Not every day do you see Transforming move. And he goes for, I transform into Alligator, and he goes for a Crunch, bringing me down to 55 HP, and I restore it back up to 80. Now, I go for a Dragon Dance right here, thinking I could live another Crunch with my defenses and all. So, he goes for another crunch, and sadly, I do not live that crunch. So here I send out Pikachu, hoping to knock out this Alligator. I go for a Thunderbolt, and it's going, and it's a one-hit KO from Pikachu. Alligator fainted. So Matthew now sends out his Haxorus. Scary Haxorus. That has Mold Breaker. So here I go for my hidden power, Ice. See how much I can do to this Haxorus. And well, I thought I was in the ballpark. It almost KO'd it. So I was like, oh, just a little bit more and I would have had Haxorus under Pikachu's clutches. But Haxorus goes for an Earthquake, ending up knocking out Pikachu. Pikachu fainted. Here I send out Growlithe with the Intimidate to cut Haxorus' attack. And here I thought, I could probably live an Earthquake, so I stayed in with Growlithe right here. And it turns out I could not live that Earthquake. I'm sorry, Growlithe. So now it's time to send in my boss, Nidoking, and go for that Ice Beam. And it knocks out Haxorus. Goodbye, Haxorus. Now, Matthew sends out his Typhlosion, and I go for an Ice Beam predicting an eruption, so I can weaken it, and, well, I am a stock Nidoking, so I didn't want my next Pokemon to come out and take all that damage due to eruption at full power, so thought I might as well weaken Typhlosion here best I could. So now I send out my final Pokemon, Hitmonchan. Typhlosion over there keeps eruption away, keeps going at it. I was hoping I did enough damage to survive at least one eruption. And I do. I live with 108 HP, and I go for a Drain Punch. And it does quite a lot to the Typhlosion, bringing me back into decent range. And I restore leftovers. And he goes for another eruption. I know I won't do as much as it did before, but it'll still hurt a lot. So I go for another Drain Punch, finishing off the Typhlosion. Give me back my HP. Yeah. So Typhlosion goes down. And I restore more HP. Now Matthew sends out his final Pokemon, Electros. Here I was predicting a coil, so I went for a Polka, predicting that coil from those Electroses that I see all the time. But no. Right here, instead of the coil, he goes for the immediate wild charge, bringing me down to 60 HP. Yeah, sorry about that. That was a motorcycle that just drove by. Yay, motorcycles. Anyway, back to our battle. Yeah, I go for a Drain Punch. So, you know, restore my HP, because that wild charge is gonna hurt me no matter what. It brings me back into livable range. And the Electros goes for another wild charge. And it brings me down to 70 HP. More leftovers are being done. And right here, I go for another Drain Punch, finishing off this Electros. Good game, man. Very good game. And, well, that's game right there. I hope that you enjoyed this battle. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all next time.